I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. I'm having a great time here at Maritech 2024 in beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland. Day 2, a lot of business being done on the trade show floor in there. A lot of youth engagement today. A lot of students walking around, exploring the marine sector and what it has to offer, coming to find that it has an awful lot to offer. Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
Yeah, my name is Peter Egener. I'm the Senior Director of Engineering at the Vessel Procurement Sector within Coast Guard. We are the guys who design and then contract to build all of our new future fleet.
Wow, and that's an exciting time for you guys then.
It's a very exciting time. The government has given us a lot of money to renew our fleet, so you know, if you actually look at the numbers, we're renewing pretty much every single, well, we are renewing every large ship in the fleet and many of the small ones as well. So it's a very exciting time for us.
That's got to be great, right? Not only for the people in the Coast Guard, but for the country largely, right? To see that revitalization of that iconic red and white ship, right?
Absolutely. Well, you know, this is all being done as part of the national shipbuilding strategy nationally to rebuild our shipbuilding industry, which, you know, if we're honest, withered on the vine after the last major program. So, yeah, it's an exciting time for all of us.
Yeah, the procurement strategy for Canada right now is a great one, right? It really is connected with industry. It really is connected with academia. And of course, government sort of providing that fuel to the whole system. It is a recipe for success, and we appear to be right on track with it. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we're definitely doing well. Taking a little bit longer maybe than hoped to get those new ships out in the water and retire some of our older ships, but it is we're definitely moving in the right direction.
You know, today was engagement here at the show. Talk to me about the importance of, you know, engaging that next generation into this sector.
Yeah, you can see it in the some of the discussions today. You know, everybody having a hard time attracting and retaining talent. Interesting listening to the fleet operators out in some of the panels today talking about the, you know, one fellow in particular talking about his the median age being 60 years old. So getting the new generation out there, super important. Yeah. Super important. I noticed around here, so you know, we had the high school students around here today. We also had pretty much every one of the students in the Memorial's Naval Architecture program. We're pretty actively engaged with those folks. We have a very active co-op student program on my team. We have 3 co-op students every term, 1 from each of our engineering disciplines, including 1 from MUN. So we get to know these young kids pretty well because every term we have a student, so that's nine students a year, 3 from Memorial. And again, you see the whole class of them walking around here today, checking out the booths, talking to the equipment suppliers, listening to presentations.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive stuff. You know, you've been in uniform both in the Navy and in the Coast Guard. Give me your kind of thoughts around the direction the marine sector is going in Canada at the moment.
Well, you know, we're facing a lot of challenges, and you're hearing a lot of those challenges being talked about around the conference here today and yesterday. Possibly the biggest one being the decarbonization challenge. Mm-hmm. You know, getting away from our use of diesel, which, as we are all learning, pretty good fuel is very, very difficult to figure out what to use in lieu of it, and that's a challenge that's facing all of us. So, you know, as at a time when we are renewing all of our ships, we have these additional challenges of decarbonization. You also heard lots of talk around the bazaars about artificial intelligence, remote monitoring, weaving in the maybe the people challenges with that, operating with fewer people, operating autonomously. We're definitely not at a place where we're thinking about autonomous operations yet for a ship, but you know, that is certainly a potential challenge coming our way. So lots of interesting stuff in the marine industry.
Of course, with every challenge, there's an equal amount of opportunity, right? And so let's talk about the opportunities that might exist and the new technology that's coming on now. And you see those things here at Maritech. A little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean,
flight sprinklers are?
Well, so for instance, we have in-house right now a concept design for a vessel which has a propulsion system using a methanol reformer which feeds hydrogen to a fuel cell. There's actually an RFI that went out in the street about 2 weeks back about that. Now it's pretty space age stuff.
Yeah.
So for young guys, if you're back to attracting and retaining young talent, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat, pretty state-of-the-art stuff. There are no vessels in the water right now that do that, that have that kind of technology. So, yeah, very interesting time. Lots of things we need to think about doing differently.
Yeah. And the fact that the government their head is there now with that type of RFI, it kind of tells you the direction the entire country is going, right? Thinking way ahead where we need to be. That's got to be a cool space for you to be in.
It's very cool. Back in the fall, our minister announced construction of the nearshore fishery research vessel. Really cool little ship. That's our first battery electric hybrid ship. First one in the government. Pretty exciting times. And I'm finding within Coast Guard the challenge has been laid upon us by the federal government. You guys need to find a way to innovate, decarbonize the national security fleet. So it's exciting times for us.
Peter, I absolutely appreciate your perspective. You've got a long history in this sector. We certainly appreciate the way you're looking at things and your vision for it all. A real honor to be in conversation with you. Thank you for your service.
My pleasure. Thank you.